Good morning, everybody. Here I'm trying another mic for this day. We are reading through Proverbs 13 to 15. And again, Solomon continues with this contrast between the wise and the foolish. And it's important to note here that wisdom comes from we use the word surrender or submitting to the Father. When we realize that the little bit that we have is not adequate for what the world needs. And so we stop giving people our opinion and we seek what the Lord has to offer. So the source of wisdom is from the Lord, and that wisdom is used to prosper the city, as we were talking yesterday, but is also seen in relationships. Wisdom is worked out in relationships. It always is. It's because it's always about relationships. And everything about the kingdom is about relationships. And so we see wisdom when when the queen came to visit Solomon. She took note of everything. You know, the way that the servants were dressed, the way they acted, the way the place settings were, everything in the city, the relationships everybody had with each other, and she was overwhelmed by the wisdom of Solomon because it was showing itself in everything. So there's wisdom that comes from the Lord when we submit to Him, when we listen, when we follow what He instructs us. But more than that, it's the change of our DNA. It becomes part of who we are. It's absorbed into us, and it changes us. And this wisdom is worked out and lived every day in the lives around us. It's the wisdom that you just know, and it affects your behavior when you know that a gentle word turns away wrath. An unwise person will just add fuel to the fire. Will return anger with anger. But a wise person knows that a gentle response is going to quiet things, is going to de-escalate the situation. That's wisdom, and that is our relationship with the Lord, who the Spirit is constantly guiding us in these things and convicting us, our hearts, of these things. So wisdom is found in the way that we speak with our neighbor, the way that we deal with our children, the way that we conduct our business, how we look after our affairs, how we look after our possessions. It's found in all those things. But it's especially found, we are proven right and righteous and wise when we submit ourselves to the Lord, when we turn to Him and we seek His guidance, and we don't run off thinking that our ideas are the best ideas. But if we have ideas, that we run them past Him, and He's the refiner of such things. And we may find that He's the one who provoked that in us, and He loves us. But there's other times that the enemy may be provoking us in things. It's like David. You know that the temple was David's idea. That was not something that the Lord requested. And David wanted to do that. And the prophet at first said to him, "Do whatever seems best for you," because it made sense. Why wouldn't the prophet? But then, as the prophet was walking away, he received the word of the Lord instead of his own opinion, and he went back and he had to tell David that the idea was good, but because of his calling, because of his purpose in his life, he could not be the man to build it. But the Lord would honor him by choosing his son to build that temple. And so this is how it gets played out. We can't just make assumptions. We have to lean upon the Lord for these things, and He provides us wisdom and counsel and direction. And then it's up to us to live that out. That's always our choice. Okay, so you guys be blessed today. Be encouraged. Love you all. Miss you. And it's a beautiful day. So God bless.